So just made it back from the November Black Friday record store day. um, and I've shared that the store near me, you have to email them and email them um, to get on the list. And this time I forgot. So I actually emailed them a few days later. So I got one of the last slots. The store opens at 10 a.m. They go in 15-minute sort of increments, and they probably let in, I'm guessing, like 25 people per 15 minutes. My slot was noon, so didn't expect much, and I got lucky. There's only two that I definitely wanted, like, was really psyched about. First is Sun Volt's Trace reissue. I already, somebody said, maybe it was Jeff, like, how many copies of Trace do you already have? I have two on vinyl, but the two that I have don't include the side 3 and 4, which includes a bunch of demos, which I have spoken about when I visited Lane in Cincinnati, and before this record came out, he had the demos, put it in his car, and these are the demos. I think Drown, Tear Stained Eye, 4-track demo. That's definitely the one. And I think Route was the other demo. So had to have this. Obviously made me think of my brother a lot. This record always does. Makes me think of both my brothers. So I was thrilled to see that this was there. Looks like they got a bunch. And the second, also tied to Jay Farrar and Uncle Tupelo, is the DBPM mix or collection of songs. DBPM is Jeff Tweedy's label, or Wilco's label. So you have on here some Nick Lowe, a bunch of Tweedy songs, Daniel Johnston, Don't Let Me Down, Lennon McCartney. I don't know who's performing these. Includes recordings by Wilco, Jeff Tweedy, and Daniel Johnston. So maybe it's three of them. Say You Love Me, Fleetwood Mac cover. Christmas Must Be Tonight, says Robertson. I don't know that song, so it was recorded by the band. And this one, they did a good job. It was only $23. That's a good price. So good work, Tweedy and Camp. I heard that this sounds great, so I had to pick it up. I was surprised that they had it, and then I looked, and I think they pressed 13,000, so I wasn't surprised that they had it. Dylan's Freewheelin', one of my favorite records of all time. This Petty compilation, I didn't know going in, but was pumped. Looks like this is number 8808. Love Petty, and I have this collection, the full collection. I imagine this is just his, because it says chosen by Tom Petty. I imagine before he passed. Maybe the live anthology from the Vaults, Volume 1, 14 songs and 2 LPs, curated by Tom Petty, live classics, covers, and rarities. First time on vinyl, turquoise vinyl. So pumped to get this. Right next to it, they had one left. Tom Petty t-shirt. Here's a bill. It was way too expensive, but when you see one left and you're a record collector, you're like, I gotta get this. So I have a bunch of Petty t-shirts. That adds another. And then finally, Bob Dylan, Masters of War. 7-inch. So it looks like it's live in Alan Lomax's apartment on January 1st, 1963. This is going to be cool to listen to. First side, Masters of War. Side 2, Commentary by Bob Dylan. I got number 466, so I imagine this is limited or only 50,000 or 1,000, I don't know. That's it. I asked for the Fleetwood Mac live. They were out of that. Probably won't go and buy that separately, although maybe. I'm going to put on the Sun Volt and the DBPM right away, and then the Dylan. because I have the afternoon off. And it's really nice. I'm going out to dinner with a neighbor of mine who I watched their dog a while ago. Uh, I laugh because I watch everyone's dog just now. It's becoming a thing in my neighborhood. And he asked if he could take me out to dinner, and we're going out to dinner. He has a newborn. Well, I think this baby's about a year old. So he's got to stay home till about 7 with his wife. And then he and I are he picked a place. It's going to be cool. I like this guy, and it was very kind of him to arrange this. Another record store day. Have I been to everyone? I've been to close to everyone. And I tell you, I read too many like indie label folks like just not happy with record store day, and I get it. But as is always the case, I sort of say I'm not going to go, and then I go and I get online and you see all the people and everyone's excited, and the guy who got my records at Streetlight, who I've seen there a million times, is just such a sweet man. He's always like very patient, even though there's 100 people in line behind you. Although in my case there were only a few because it was near the end. And he gets excited when you get the things that you want, which is what you want in a record store employee. So I thank them as always for being so kind and so smart in how they handle record store day. Streetlight Records in San Jose. That is my home record store. Saw Brian, the other fellow who works there. We always do a fist bump and talk music or talk basketball, and we did today. So another good record store day. Hope you all had a good Thanksgiving, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.